Hey guys, it's Ep13 here, and welcome back to episode 13 of my Monaco career. Now in today's episode, we've got our big game to play against PSG first of all, just before we end the January transfer window. Massive league game here against PSG. Then we've got a game in not too many days' time against Lorient at home, again in the league, and we've got Montpellier, I think is that, in a away game, also 6 days after that game against Lorient. So there's 3 games to get through in today's episode. We won't be doing any transfers despite it still being in the transfer window, because we don't have the budget to be able to bring anybody else in. So we will be basically sticking with this team now until the end of the season when we've got some new players coming in. We're a very big game against PSG. If we win this one, then obviously that really helps us try and compete with those sort of top 5 or 6 teams at the moment, which we're struggling to catch up to. We're doing okay though. We're a game or 2 behind most of the sides, and we are in a position where we can still build up from it, and I think we can still finish very strongly come the end of the season. We need to get all 3 wins though, ideally, in today's episode, and we are going to crack on with things straight away. Before we do though, if we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, or maybe you just haven't subscribed yet, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with sorting out the team for this game against PSG. Okay, so to be honest, this team has pretty much picked itself. This is how I'm going to go with. Subasic starting in goal, Sidibe, Glick, Zuma, Mendy in defence, Kozilo and Bakayoko playing as whole midfielders, Malcolm on the right hand side, Silva on the left hand side with Falcao in behind Mbappe. A few tied players here and there, but the bench is looking pretty strong in terms of fitness and energy. And yeah, pretty much stays the exact same team, I think, from the last game, if I remember correctly, against PSG, which we managed to win. We managed to beat them in the Cup, which was good news. If you didn't see the last episode, we managed to get through into the final 2-1 win against PSG. Hopefully we can do something similar here in the league, and we just need to essentially get the 3 points. Let's wait and see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves the 3 points, which we so desperately need to try and be competing with the teams above us. And yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Okay, here we go. We are away for this match against PSG. Let's see how we get on. It's going to be a very tough game this tonight, I'd imagine, bearing in mind they've got such a strong side. Really good players all over the pitch. And yeah, they've probably got a very good bench as well. So we'll wait and see how we get on. Obviously, their squad is much larger than ours, but we're not going to take any excuses from that. We're going to be acting as if we should get ourselves a win here. An early chance for them there, putting it into the corridor of uncertainty, left by the defence and the goalkeeper. And yeah, we need a strong start. We don't want to be conceding early on. Oh, PSG pulling us apart here. Good chance. Luckily, just about managed to get back there, Malcolm, and prevent Cavani getting through. Not cleared very well. Koviak still has it. Need to prevent him from getting past us here. Lucky, a little bit shaky in defence, but Mendy just about manages to end the attack. Sidibe onto Malcolm. Just about manages to win it back. Going to cross it in here. Falcao. Oh, he was running in there. It was going to be a perfect cross. Just headed away by, I think, the fullback there. Very close to an opening goal for us. Was perfectly on a plate for Falcao, but just headed away by the defender. Really good chance for us. The best one probably so far this game. At the moment, we've cancelled each other out. A chance here, though, for PSG. But like I say, still remains 0-0 at the moment. Just about headed away there from Glick. Sometimes on the edge a little bit in defence. And having to clear things a lot of the time, which obviously isn't great. But yeah, we are still just about in this match. Obviously, we're still not conceded, which is good. We're just trying to hit them on the break at the moment. That's going to be our best way of scoring, I think. Yes, go on, Mendy. That's brilliant. Mbappe should have made a run, but Falcao does. Falcao! It's 1-0. 36 minutes in, Falcao gets the opening goal. I would like to say it's deserved, but I'm not so sure it is. It's probably our first shot on target, I think, that I can remember anyway. And we are winning this game 1-0. Really good strike from Falcao. Capitalised on a bit of a mistake, I think, from PSG, holding on to possession too long, and ultimately Mendy winning it back there, off Matuidi, I think it was, onto Mbappe, plays it onto Falcao, smashes it home past the goalkeeper, who was positioned a little bit incorrectly, I think, but the main thing is we're winning this game 1-0. Falcao turns to the defender, Falcao shoots, good save by the goalkeeper, starting to get a bit more of a foothold in the game, which is great news for us. Really starting to take a little bit of control here with that strike from Falcao again. Out front of the corner, Silva's going to deliver it in. Decent delivery, Glick's in there, can't quite connect fully, but it's perfectly placed on his head. A decent delivery there from Silva. Might have another chance here from this cross. And into the back post, Malcolm was trying to get up there. cleared eventually, and sadly nothing comes of that, but another good delivery there from out wide. Malcolm into Bakayoko, gonna try and play through to Mbappe. Is a strange turn. Don't think it was ever gonna manage to score when he's had his back towards goal. Okay, it's half time. It's 1-0. A good result at the moment, obviously. Fairly balanced start, to be honest, to this game. Although the stats don't seem to reflect that for once. Usually when I say it's been quite a good start for us, it usually seems to favour PSG, but it's kind of gone the other way, to be honest. It's felt like PSG dominated the first sort of 20-25 minutes. We very much came back into it as soon as we got the goal, and then after that we have pretty much been in control. So a kind of a first half which was split in half in itself, to be honest. Hopefully though we can have another strong second half here, but dominating it for longer spells than what we did in the first half. Mbappe onto Falcao. Looking back to Mbappe, falls for Falcao, deflects. Is it off our player or the defender? I think it was the defender. It wasn't, it was Mbappe. Good ball out there to Falcao. Playing as the last man here for some reason. Gets himself out wide to Mbappe. Needs some support here, does Mbappe. He's going to get it through Malcolm. Looking for another runner. Into Falcao, back to Malcolm. Or shoots saved. Oh my days. How did he manage to get the first shot on target? Then when he was closer to the goal, he somehow managed to get it off target. I mean, that was much easier than the first shot to get on target, but somehow he's fired completely wide. And in the end, it's not even on target as that second shot. It should be 2-0, really good chance for us. 6 shots to PSG, 0 shots. PSG starting to get into our half a little bit more now, which is a little bit worrying because they've not really dominated possession like this for a long time in this game. Kurt Zouma committing a foul, I think, there. It's a free kick, 66 minutes in. It's a little bit worrying because at this stage of the game, when you're only winning by 1 goal, anything can happen, and they sometimes take a chance late on here. It's a good opportunity for Draxler. Saved by the goalkeeper. That is their first shot on target, 67 minutes in. Di Maria to deliver a corner. A little spell of possession here. Hopefully going to try and just stop this attack, though. It's going to go to Verratti. Yeah, that's the attack stopped. Okay, so we're actually going to make all 3 changes at once here. We're going to bring on Germain, Moutinho and Lamar. We'll take off Malcolm, Mbappe and Falcao. So some of my more attacking players coming off, but they are fairly tired, so we are going to bring on some fresh legs. Moutinho is going to play midfield and just give us an extra man in there, basically. There's still like 22 minutes to go, so there's plenty of time, really, for us to throw this away, but also plenty of time to try and add to the scoreline as well. Hopefully the introduction of Germain will give us a bit more of a presence up front to try and win things, although early signs of that not so good. Bakayoko out to Moutinho. Going to come inside here and wait for a run from Germain. Didn't quite manage to find it, but he still got it here. Germain onto Lamar. Needs the overlap here from Mendy. Great opportunity. Mendy through to Kozella. It's 2-0. We've managed to get the second goal we desperately needed. The substitutes combining. Eventually, though, falls to one of our new players that we signed quite recently. Kozella, they're making the run from midfield. And he has managed to put it past the goalkeeper into the back of net. It's 2-0. 73 minutes into this game. That should be the game pretty much sealed now, but we'll wait and see as we go on. He does actually remind me a lot. If you watch the My Player Heroic series, he reminds me a lot of what my guy looks like. It's a little bit strange. Didn't base him on this guy. On the break here, Moutinho. Gonna look to Germain. Back to Moutinho if he can here. Needs some support, but Moutinho with the fresh legs still going. Moutinho! Oh, deflects past the goalkeeper. Very, very fluky is that on the break from PSG's corner. Moutinho, the fresh legs, the substitute coming on and making it 3-0. Doesn't really get that much more fluky, does it? Let's be honest. I mean, I thought he was going to lose out on the ball. I thought a challenge was going to be made right at the end, and a challenge was made, but it just so happened that it put it past the goalkeeper. Is that going to go down as an own goal for Maxwell? Could well have gone on target. Let's wait and see exactly what's happened. No, it's a Moutinho goal, and it's 3-0. That's the main thing. We've managed to seal this game off in what looks like a thrashing in the scoreline, and as I suppose to some extent it maybe was. PSG not having loads of chances, but they have at times dominated possession, so they have had that. But it's not really created much. Starting to get quite sloppy now in possession. A good chance for us to win it back here. Germain, can he make it for Germain? Oh, the touch was too heavy. Still falls, but this time for the defender. Just as I was saying about them being quite sloppy in possession, they gave the ball away a couple of times there in quick succession. And yeah, we nearly managed to get ourselves a 4th goal on the break. They're obviously throwing loads of players forward now, so if we do get a 4th goal, then it won't be that surprising for that fact. Lamar going to deliver in. Was looking really for Germain, but goes a little bit too far. Yes, that's it. It's a 3-0 win. Really, really good result there against PSG. Obviously, we know how much of a good side they are in terms of the players that they had, but they didn't really turn up in this match, so we've managed to beat them twice in less than a week. Really, really good news. Knocked them out of the semi-final in the Cup, and we've managed to beat them 3-0. Quite comfortably in the end, actually. A much better performance than I was expecting against such a good team. So 3 points there, absolutely vital to our title challenge now, which is looking more likely, despite still being around sort of 5th position-ish. I still think we've got a good chance of still going on to win this league. Obviously, we need to try and get some more wins in succession, but we'll wait and see what happens as the season unfolds, and especially in today's episode. If we get another 2 wins, the title race is very much still on. Anyway, on to the final couple of days of the transfer window. We do have a transfer offer in for one of our players that we're trying to get rid of. It's one of the strikers that we've been looking at, and I think we will ask for £380,000 as the counter offer, just because their bid was quite clearly not enough. Okay, so now on to some player development. We are, I think, going to train up the exact same players here this week. We'll wait and see how we're going to get on. I think those should be okay. Maybe just Lamar, actually, we might try and switch around. Maybe bring in Malcolm, not trained him for a little while. And I think we do need to improve his finishing, so that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Silva remains in, just in the hope that you can go up to 84 overall this week. It might be a long shot, but let's wait and find out what happens. And not quite this week. His shot power does go up, though, but a lot of other stats going up for various different players, and Keita looking like he could be improving over the next few weeks as well. Very close to this game against Lorient now. I am just going to pretty much sim past transfer deadline day. There is obviously that one player that we are trying to get rid of, but to be honest, I can't see us making any other signings or selling any other players either. If this one is matched, no, okay, maybe this guy isn't going either. But yeah, we're not going to sell anybody else on transfer deadline day, I don't think. Okay, so now we've finished with transfer deadline day. Let's have a look at our current youth academy. Basically, these are the players we currently have in there. Some decent looking players, actually. I think we've got some players that could potentially be really, really good. This guy in particular looks like a good quality young goalkeeper that we can try and bring in. I think we'll actually offer him a contract now as well. I know we obviously have a second goalkeeper. I think we've also got a third goalkeeper as well at the club, but this guy looks like he could be a really, really good player. Very high potential, so looking forward to trying to train him up over the next months and over the next few seasons as well. This guy in particular also looks very good, but not quite at the age to promote him yet, along with Mallet, who looks also very, very good. So do have some decent looking players, like I say. We'll continue to monitor them over the next few months, and hopefully find some time to try and train them up, whether it be at the start of next season or throughout this season. On to the game against FC Lorient now. It's a home match in the league again. You can see that the current league table puts us in 6th position, 3 points behind Bordeaux. So if we win this game, we could well go in front of them. It depends on goal difference. Yeah, we will go in front of them there into the 5th position. We obviously want to be aiming for higher than that. But we're not too far off 4th as well if we were to get a win. But that's the thing. We've got to try and beat FC Lorient for this match. Try and get ourselves to 3 points. It's going to have to be a change team, because look at the current state of the squad that started that last game. You have to make some changes. This could be an interesting match, and we'll wait and see how we get on. Silva's also gone up to 84 overall, by the way. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to go with. Sadly, we've had to make loads and loads of changes here. We've got a bit of a strange side, so it's going to be a very interesting game, this one. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but we'll wait and find out. Subasic is going to start in goal. Torre at right back. Glick is the only player that pretty much starts from the last game here. He starts alongside our new signing. I don't think we've started yet. We need to change him from captain, actually. I don't know why that's the case. I think he's called Lemachan? I don't know, something like that. Let me know in the comments below. Jorge starts at left back. Jean Moutinho and Toussaint at CDM. Lamar on the left-hand side. Barrett, one of the youngsters from the Youth Academy, on the right-hand side. Boschilla in behind Germain, who starts up front. So yeah, heavily changed, to say the least. This is the bench I've gone with. Mbappe just about gets on there, but there's a lot of players that miss out in this game. So yeah, a little bit frustrated we've had to field such a weak team, or such a changed team, let's say, to be a little bit more positive. But yeah, I think we need to obviously try and somehow grind out 3 points if we can. Well, this could be quite an exciting game, this one, because we are changing the team around a lot for this match, which we haven't done in a little while, not to this extent anyway. Usually there are more players that are of a higher quality in the team, but it's interesting. We don't have a huge squad this season. We are really having to make do with what we've got, essentially, based on the budget we've had and the sort of players we've been able to bring in. But it will be an interesting game, this one, to say the least. Obviously, a lot of changed team, a lot of changed players in there. Barrett starting this match as well for the first time, so I'll be interested to see how we get on. Got to make sure that the bigger names like Lamar step up for this game, and also Germain as well. Need to find some goals from this team. Very good start by FC Lorient. Already worrying a little bit, because this is a good spell of possession that they've had in the first few minutes. It's alright, looking to pull this one back. Oh, it's fallen to Boschilla, hits it but gets blocked, and it's a very, very good block actually from the defence there. Sadly, not quite able to get our first shot of the game here. It's been a very cagey start, an interesting start really from our team. Not really showing too much of a threat going forward. It's a little bit worrying, but I'm just hoping that as the game goes on, we can start to create something. At the moment, it's looking like we're going to fall apart in defence. Just about manages to get the new signing, and eventually cleared. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Approaching half-time, not really many chances at all. Very, very quiet first half from both sides. Very few shots on target, very few chances created in general. And yeah, it's going to take, I think, maybe just one goal to nick this, if there is going to be a goal in this game. And I think we're going to have to win this match unconventionally, again, if we are able to win it. Because at the moment, we're really struggling, a bit like a blunt knife, to be totally honest. We might have to look to change things up here at half-time. We're going to tactically look at things and see whether we can improve the team. Okay, so one change at half-time here. Jemison's going to come on. We are going to take off Barrett. And that means we're going to push Torre into the right mid position. Essentially going to go with still the 4 at the back, not 3 at the back at the moment. But Torre is going to play further on forward, a little bit more pace, hopefully getting some crosses for German, who's going to play more to target man. Lamar's going to play in behind German as well. Boschilla will go onto the left-hand side. Hopefully it was a bit more pace through the middle, get some players running in behind German as well. So we'll wait and see how that goes for the second half. Obviously, kind of a stab in the dark to be honest, because I'm not used to playing with this sort of combination of players. So we are going to just be essentially trying things out in the second half, but hopefully something clicks. Boschilla going to play it out to Torre. It's a good pass from him. Needs someone in the box though, Torre to deliver. We've got German in there, but he can't win it up against the centre-back. Much better though in the opening 5 or 6 minutes of this second half. Torre get another chance to deliver if he wants to. German's in there. Again, same situation, in the wrong position to win it. Boschilla inside to German. Boschilla back to German, gonna shoot. Oh, surely a foul in there somewhere. Is it a free kick? I think it is, right on the edge of the box. Very, very central. Anyone here that's half decent at free kicks looks like Lamar's the best option. I'm not very good, especially not from this range. I'm really not very good at free kicks. I've got a feeling it's going to go either at the wall or high over the wall. How's he going to do, Lamar, here? Come on. Ugh, I tapped it as well. Come on. How does it go that high over the wall? I literally just tapped the power button. German looking to Lamar here over the top. Fantastic pass. Oh, can't quite win it. Good, though. Very, very, very good play in this opening stage of the second half. Much better than the first half so far. Lamar turning, looking to get in behind the defence here with his pace. Still going on his right foot and sliced. I don't think it was going to find the back of the nets, but there's 20 minutes to go here. Maybe a few more changes to be made. But for now, we're going to keep the team the same for this throwing. Lamar to try and deliver. Corner. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so final 2 changes here. We are going to bring on Nkita and Silva, and we're going to take off Glick and Boschilla. Obviously a change of formation here to a 3-4-1-2. We'll see how it goes. There's not too much time left, but obviously taking off a centre-back to go through at the back there, with Torre playing as one of those 3 centre-backs. 20 minutes to go. We're going to try and do something here. Nkita's going to play on the right-hand side. Really going to try and put the pressure on their defence now if we can with the 2 strikers. Obviously Lamar going up alongside German will make things interesting. And yeah, we're going to go all out. We want to try and win this game. We have to show that, and we're going to do that by essentially going through at the back with 2 strikers going forward. Yes, go on. An attack is here. Come on, Silva. Through to Lamar. Gets brought down. That's got to be a card. That's such a poor challenge. Got to be a card, ref. Come on. A yellow or a red. Oh, we'll take a yellow. 9 minutes to go. Really good chance was that one. There might be a good chance for us here to try and get ourselves a goal, but we're running out of time. Going to play it short to Jean Moutinho to hit it. Oh, so close. Just gone over the bar. I think it was on target, though, in terms of direction. I think. It's difficult to tell. It might have just been high and a little bit wide as well, but what a hit. Hits it so cleanly, just not quite in the right direction. On the break here, we knew this was likely, and that's poor defending. What a save from Subasic. Oh my days, I saw 1-0 there. I saw 1-0 come up on the scoreline. Didn't happen though. Saved by Subasic, cleared away. Come on, let's get a counter-attack going. Certainly livened up now towards the end of this game. German trying to hold it up. Not doing a great job of it, to be honest. Come on, there must be one final attack for us here. Lamar looking for a ball over the top. German's desperately running, tries to win it back and somehow misses out on the ball completely. That will be it, I think, now. Go, 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 German! On to Silva. managed to recover the ball. Silva cutting back in. Germain to take a touch into the defender. That will be it. Oh, so disappointing. There was only one team that wanted to win that game, and it was quite clearly us. Especially that second half. So dominant, so in control. Those stats always baffle me, because when you smash a team so much like that, you expect the stats to show it. Those don't, but obviously you love seeing that mainly through the chances and the pressure that we put them under in the second half, that we did dominate them quite dramatically, to be honest. But yeah, only come away with a point. It's a 0-0 as well, the worst possible sort of point really for me. I'd much rather it be a 1-1 or a 2-2, at least score a goal. In 90 minutes, you've got to try and find a way to do that. We haven't managed to capitalise on the game in hand either, so we are now 2 points behind Bordeaux. Disappointing, yeah, really gutted actually. We played quite well with the three at the back, but only because they had such little of an attacking threat that we were able to do that. And we've also got the youngster there joining us. I'm pretty sure it's the young goalkeeper that I promoted from the youth academy, so he joins the team. Obviously won't help us too much in terms of an outfield sense, but he will be someone to look out for next season in particular. And on to some more player drills. Now I think we might change out Mbappe actually this week. He's looking pretty well trained on most of those stats, so we might look to bring somebody else in. Might be the right time to bring in that young goalkeeper. And obviously we've been training this guy as well. I think this other guy though might just edge him in terms of potential. So we are going to just train him for now, see how he gets on over the next few weeks and months. And yeah, see what he comes back in terms of like a change in overall, that sort of thing. Let's wait and find out how we get on this week. Nkita going up on 2 stats and on his finishing, that's good as well. It's nearly 66 overall. Other than that though, pretty average this week. Final scout report coming back on Tyson, a player that we are signing for next season. He joins us when his contract expires on a pre-contract agreement, and he's 82 overall. Going to be a really, really good signing for us, I think, this one. Very, very fast player. Exactly what I think we need in this team. We don't really have much of a centre attacking mid that's creative, like this guy that can score goals like this guy, hopefully, as well. I think he's going to be a really good player going into next season. It's the sort of player that I think we desperately need, and because obviously we've been having to use Falcao at times as centre attacking mid. Boschiller isn't quite good enough, and we've got someone here that I think we can genuinely put in that position. He can also play out wide as well, of course. There's a couple of other players I was looking at as well, but didn't end up managing to sign these. Okay, this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Montpellier now. We've got Subasic starting in goal. Sidibe comes in again at right back. Glick, Jemerson and Mendy make up the rest of the defence. Cosello playing alongside Bakayoko at CDM. We've got Malcolm on the right-hand side, Lamar on the left-hand side, with Silva in behind Mbappe. Silva playing as a centre attacking mid, obviously. This is the bench I've gone with. Falcao drops out of the team, not really for any particular reason. It's more tactical, to be honest, just give us a bit more pace going forward. That's the only real reason. He goes alongside Germain there as our 2 striker options, and you can see the rest of the defence and midfield to choose from. But yeah, let's crack on with this game straight away. Obviously need to get the 3 points after a disappointing result in the last game. But let's wait and see how we get on against Montpellier. Hopefully get ourselves a good performance again, but also this time a result as well. Okay, so here we go, on to the final game of today's episode. We've got a very strong team out for this match, so hopefully more quality on the pitch in the first half of this game. So we'll wait and see how we get on. Obviously, yeah, much better players this time round, so we should be able to take more of our chances. I'm just hoping that without Falcao, we still have enough finishing ability up front, but I've also got him on the bench if we do need to bring him on. Free kick on the edge of the box here for Montpellier, the first proper chance of the match so far. Good opportunity, and straight at the wall. That was the centre attacking mid that we were looking at, I think, in the January transfer window to try and bring him in. We'll be interested to see how he gets on in this game, because obviously still looking at players, but we do have a centre attacking mid coming in next season now. Mbappe on the counter-attack here from a Montpellier corner, still showing all of his pace, trying to hold off the defender at the same time, has to hold up the ball here as well, still going. Malcolm to turn and try and shoot, but why would you lose the ball? I hate it when that happens. You turn and the ball just goes. You don't have any control over it anymore. Can we get control over it here though? No, again, I can't. Yes, come on. Yes, this is more like it. Oh, why is it? Every time we go forward, it's a challenge every single time by the defence. In the end, you can't get a proper shot away. Look, it's half-time. It's 0-0. We've not had a shot, apparently. Yeah, frustrating. When we get in the half, get in the box, there's just bodies thrown in front of the ball every single time. And that's not me crediting Montpellier for their defending. It happens every single game. For some reason, this game likes to have players just throw themselves at every single shot you take. It's frustrating, but we've won it back here through Lamar. Mbappe got to make the right run. He has done and shoots. It's 1-0. There we go. 3 minutes into the second half. We can stop complaining for a little bit at least. And we have got the goal through Mbappe, managing to win it back off some sloppy play, holding onto the ball far too long there, the defender. Mbappe smashes it past the goalkeeper. It's 1-0. And we can now settle a little bit. Okay, first change here for tactical reasons. Toussaint's going to come on. We'll take off Cagello. A little bit too weak, I think, for this midfield right now. We need someone a little bit stronger to try and win back the ball a little bit more alongside Bakayoko. So we are going to try and do that, bring on Toussaint. And we do have 30 minutes to go, so just the one change for now. We will obviously look to bring in other players as well at some point during this game, I'd imagine. Falcao will be one of them, probably. But for now, we're just going to make that one change and see whether it improves us winning back the ball. Silva looking to Mbappe, really trying to go on the counter-attack here, using Mbappe's pace, holding it up, needs an option. Silva's going to try and do it, but was never really going to win it back. I think this could be a sign that Falcao might be needed on the pitch to try and win some of those chances, getting out wide quite often, just no one in there to win those headers. A chance for us here, though, from the free kick. Got plenty of good free kick takers on the pitch, I think, here. Silva might be our best one. Just again, do I have enough quality to try and do anything with it, though? That's the issue here. Every time I feel like I'm hitting it fairly lightly, but it just doesn't quite hit it how I'd hoped. It's going to actually be Lamar for this one. Again, very lightly hit, and just not where I'm directing it. It's a bit strange. I'm really not flicking it very far to the right, and every time it's just going well off target. Oh, flicks on here. Good opportunity, good block actually there from Jemison. Somehow doesn't clear. Falls nicely for them again. Unbelievable, just get it away. Malcolm on the attack here. On the counter yet again. Still for a pass through to Mbappe. It's a great opportunity. Mbappe! Oh my days. How has that gone off target completely? That's such a poor finish. I don't know why this happens. How any of the striker scores it. Just seems like on this career mode there's been so many chances where we just don't seem to have a good enough finisher for some reason, which makes no sense because Mbappe and Falcao, I mean, I'm just going to take it out mainly on Mbappe because he has been the one that's struggled to finish at times, but his finishing's good. His finishing's really good on his stats. I don't know why he just, in-game, doesn't seem to take as many chances as he should. Frustrating. In the end, just blazes that one over the bar far too much. Okay, final two changes. Because there's only about 6 minutes to go, we might not even get the changes made, to be honest. Jean Moutinho and Nkita to come on, though. Malcolm and Silva to come off. Moutinho's going to play a little bit further back, quite obviously. Nkita on the right-hand side. No Falcao or German to come on. No point. There's 6 minutes to go. I think we now just have to look to try and hold on to a 1-0 win. It's a shame. I wanted a second goal, really. But realistically, I don't think that's going to quite happen. Unless we can win it back here, of course. Because they are really putting us under a lot of pressure. Throwing loads of players forward, as you'd expect. Mbappe onto Jean Moutinho. Again, finding himself running forward. Can he pull this one back? Maybe. He has done. Lamar 2-0 on the counter-attack. Similar thing to what we did against PSG, just managing to eventually get the ball forward, and in the 94th minute we've managed to get ourselves a second goal to secure the win. It's 3 points in the bag for us, very, very happy with that. A clean sheet as well as it stands. Jean Moutinho coming on, a fresh pair of legs, running forward as well, despite me not really wanting him to do that, and setting up Lamar who can make it 2-0. Really, really good end to this game, just taking our chance there. Obviously, we could have probably taken our chance a little bit earlier with the different chances that we created. But eventually, we take it, and it's 2-0, it finishes. Good 3 points for us. We'll wait and see where that puts us in the league table. But just really clinical there, even though I've had a go at our finishing in today's episode, in today's match as well, especially. But we have taken the 2 shots on target, which is the main thing. A 2-0 win, and yeah, not too many chances for either team there, but still enough to get us a couple of goals and the 3 points. And this is the league table. Bordeaux must have slipped up because we go above them now on goal difference, 40 points into 5th place as well. And if we get ourselves another win in the next game, we actually go level, in fact, in front of Saint Etienne, who go into 4th place with a win in the next match. Obviously, that depends on other results as well, but the most likely thing is if we were to win, we'd go 4th. And we would therefore be very, very close to teams like Lyon and Lille, that sort of thing. So next episode will be very, very important. Need to continue this sort of unbeaten streak, which has gone on a little while now. I'll just wait and quickly see how long exactly. Yeah, 6 matches unbeaten. Not too bad. Last time we lost was to Bordeaux, so not that bad. Last 6 league games doing much, much better. Hopefully in the next episode we can continue it. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 75 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel or maybe you just haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below. It's completely free. Don't forget to also follow me on Twitter at GamefaceHD. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.